Hey, Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising placements. As you can tell by the title, Saturn is in Aries. Some of you guys are actually experiencing your Saturn return. That is huge. That is huge, okay? We are also speaking to the tropical and sidereal astrological charts of Cancer, okay? So if you are a Cancer in any of those charts, then these messages are for you, okay? If you are more inclined to listen to this for your Cancer in Western astrology and your Cancer sun sign for Western astrology, then the more material aspects of this reading, your home, your health, your money, your relationships are going to really resonate. Whereas the sidereal astrology or Vedic astrology is speaking more to your soul and your true existence as a soul, okay? So if you are a Cancer in Western astrology, you are more than likely a Gemini in sidereal astrology, okay? So take that as you will. Take that as you will, okay? You listen for whatever you feel resonates with you in your astrological chart, in your natal chart or your birth chart, okay? All right, you guys, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Saturn is in Aries. Again, if you are having a Saturn return in Aries at this time, please understand that that is huge, okay? It's huge. There's only a couple times in a lifetime, in this lifetime, that we experience our Saturn return. And a lot of you guys may be experiencing it maybe around your 50s, or close to 60, your 30s, things like that, closer to your 30s. So depends on when you were born and where Saturn was. If Saturn was in Aries when you were born, then you are experiencing your Saturn return. But even if you're not experiencing your Saturn return at this time, Cancer, these messages still pertain to you in some way, shape, or form, okay? So let's see, Cancer. Take what resonates, leave what does not. For Cancer, ancestors of light, messengers of light. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising placements. For their Saturn in Aries transit. For this Saturn in Aries transit. Let's see. Cancer. That's beautiful, Cancer. You received emerging. Filling in the lines. That's what I'm seeing here. Things that seemed... It's almost like, it's interesting because this card, the way it's drawn, it's like you see her face and her hands, like her face and her head and like one of the hand that's touching her face. It's very realistic, right? It's like photorealistic, right? Like a photo. But if you look at the rest of her body and her wings, they're just like blocked in color with like lines. They're just like a sketch, right? So some of you, Cancer, your life has been like a sketch. It's like your life has just, maybe for the past 30 years, your life has just kind of felt like you were always still a bit of a rookie, a little bit of a beginner. You were still, you may have felt that things, and again, if this is your first 30 years, like if you're under 30 right now, this still pertains to you, whether you're going through your Saturn return or not. But you may have felt like, I can't really do anything right, or I still haven't mastered this, or I still haven't leveled up in this, or I should be at this point by now. But Cancer, if you look back at your life, you may realize that you have been slowly but surely growing. And others of you, during this Saturn in Aries transit, for the next 3 years, you will finally see yourself approaching the prize, approaching your prosperity. So some of you guys, some of you guys, you just haven't really been paying attention to how much growth you have actually experienced in your life, because you may have been focusing on some things that just are actually blocking the full view of what you've accomplished or what you are, you know, growing into. Others of you, you are finally, you know, if you haven't really seen this growth, you're gonna see it very soon, okay? You planted a seed, or maybe you've planted a few seeds, right? And also this emerging energy of you emerging, of you blossoming, right? Of you sprouting. This could have been something like maybe you've picked your life back up a number of times where you planted a seed, you grew, you blossomed, you did an amazing job, but then maybe you fell, you know, you hurt yourself, you know, you were hit with a bit of you know, a really hard, you know, hit from life, and it just kind of knocked you down, but you still found a way to pick yourself back up, like you're still here, right? So it depends on your situation, but Cancer, some of you guys are finally going to be seen and known for your talents, for your knowledge, for the love that you share, right? Some of you guys may have just been kind of feeling like I'm still trying to catch up. I'm still trying to figure all this out, but you got it. You're going to figure it out. And just like I was telling Gemini earlier, Cancer, Saturn is all about you, right? It's all about the individual. It's all about how we are existing. Are we existing at our best or not? And Saturn is here to ask why. Like, if you're not, why? It's here to zero in on the do's and don'ts of what you've prayed for. Like, it's here to zero in, like, okay, so you prayed for this, Cancer. What are you actually doing? Are you blocking your prayers, or are you actually in alignment with your prayers? And that can be a bit of an ego. It's kind of like a hit to an ego. Okay, Saturn is like, for me, for sure, Saturn is really showing me a lot about myself, where I'm like, whoa, I still got to work on that. You know what I mean? So it can be a bit of a hard hit to the ego, Cancer. So for those of you who just kind of felt like I'm still catching up, or I'm still building, that's fine. That's fine. You're honestly so close. It's so close. Bottom of the deck, we have power. So Cancer, you do have power. You do have some type of skill, some type of knowledge here. I just heard like you blow people away. Like, you have the capacity and the power to just completely blow people's minds with the type of talent that you have, whether it be singing, dancing, education, poetry, craftsmanship, artistry, architecture, math, science. I don't know. Maybe some of you guys are in the medical field, and you know what I mean? Like, there's just something here that's very, it just kind of causes people to really be like, wow, like, this person is amazing. Like, Cancer is amazing. Like, how do they do that? How do they know that, So there are going to be people surrounding you at this time, Cancer, if you play your cards right, who are really going to want to know how you are the way you are, how you have such amazing talent or such amazing knowledge. That's what I'm seeing here. So this is for those of you who are entering your Saturn return at this time. The next 3 years is going to be a very powerful transition. It's going to be life-changing for you guys in ways that you guys don't even really know at this time. Not even me, right? So let's go ahead and see, Cancer. Let's pull one more card, and then we're going to jump into the tarot. And then we'll pull another oracle message towards the end of your reading as advice, okay? For Cancer, ancestors of light, messengers of light. This is for messages for Cancer, sun, moon, and rising placements for this Saturn in Aries transit. Let's see. Let's see here. Okay, so you received Aqua Aura, almost like a bluish turquoise colored card, and it says healthy communication in relationships. Heart-to-heart discussions and clear, assertive communication can help you understand and be understood. So at this time, Cancer, during this Saturn in Aries transit, you are going to be pushed, or you're going to feel the urge to initiate communication. So if there are those of you who have been having a hard time feeling brave enough, or feeling courageous enough, or encouraging yourself, or motivating yourself to have a conversation with people about anything, there's something that's bothering you, you need to learn how to have a conversation with it. Don't be afraid. Even if that person doesn't want to, if they say like, well, I don't want to talk about that, like that's not important, doesn't matter. If they don't want to listen to you, then you should be the one to say, well, I don't appreciate A, B, C, or D. And if you're not going to talk to me about it, then we're done, right? Like if there's a conversation maybe about someone you want to date, or if there's some concerns that you have about yourself or about your life, and there's someone that you really want to talk to about it and vent to about it, maybe you miss them and you really miss their words of wisdom and encouragement, reach out to them, Cancer. If there is a relationship or any type of relationship in your life at this time that has kind of gone cold because of lack of communication, because of lack of a listening ear, it's now time to break that cycle with this person or with these people. If you want someone to understand you, you need to communicate. And in order for you to understand someone else, you have to allow them to communicate. Right? That's very important. Bottom of the deck, you received Azurite. Am I saying that right? Yeah, Azurite. So there goes that bluish hue. And it says deep emotional healing. Your heart is ready to heal from the past, and you are willing to devote time and energy towards therapeutic care. So Cancer, there's definitely an energy here. There's someone here in your life, or people, there's multiple, maybe there's just a group of people in your life. Maybe you pulled yourself away from your family because of misunderstandings. Maybe you pulled yourself away from a friendship or a group of friends because of a misunderstanding, right? Maybe you pulled your energy away from a significant other. Maybe you and someone broke up or something in the past, or you just kind of pulled your energy away from your partner or whoever because of misunderstandings, because of, I'm angry and I don't want to talk to you. I'm just angry. And you're going to hear my side, but I'm not going to hear yours. That's not going to work, Cancer. And if there's anybody, if you're not the one doing that, but there are other people doing this to you, there's only so much that you can do. If they're not letting you in, say your piece, send an email, send a text message, and just say, hey, you know, I really care about you. I'm really sad that this went the way it went, but hey, it went the way it went, right? And you just move on. And you allow that person to decide what they're going to do about the relationship. You can only do so much. If someone is tying your hands, Cancer, and they're twisting your arm and they're not allowing, they're saying, hey, they're just forcing you out of the relationship, there's nothing that you can do about that. But I'm talking about relationships where the people that you were involved with, the people that you did care about or you still do care about, if there was a situation where they were the ones trying to communicate with you and they were the ones trying to help you understand, like, hey, Cancer, like, I really care about you, but like we gotta find middle ground here. We gotta, right? We both have to hold ourselves accountable, whatever. Then you have to give space for that. You have to give space for that, or don't, right? Saturn is not here to force you to do anything. Saturn is just here to say, hey, here's some things that you need to work on, and it's going to put you in the hot seat, and you have to decide whether you're going to hide from it and fight it, or if you're going to actually surrender and release whatever this pattern of behavior is. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and pull some tarot. We're going to jump into the tarot. Let's see what the tarot have to say to you guys, ancestors, through the tarot. What do you have to speak to Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising placements using the tarot for this Saturn and Aries transit? For the Saturn and Aries transit, let's see. For Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising placements. Now, as we jump into the tarot, I will be speaking about more tangible and materialistic aspects of what's going on during this Saturn return, or Saturn in Aries for you guys, Cancer. And I'll also talk about the more emotional and spiritual aspects of what's going on in your lives. So again, if you are more a Cancer in Western astrology, the more materialistic or material aspects of your life is going to resonate more. But if you're listening more for your sidereal astrology, you know, the more spiritual and emotional aspects of this reading will resonate a little bit more, okay? But it can all resonate all the same, depending on who you are, okay? Okay, let's see here. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising placements for this Saturn and Aries place or transit. Let's see. You have the Seven of Wands. There's Leo. You have Strength. There's Leo. And you have the Eight of Wands. That's Leo. Oh my gosh, Cancer. You have Judgment at the bottom of the deck. Y'all, that's just straight. You guys, some of you guys, you have a Leo who is... I mean, this could be Sagittarius too. I mean, the Eight of Wands, I would say, is Sagittarius, but still strong fire here for both you and Gemini. So if you have Gemini in your chart, or you are a Gemini in either Western or sidereal astrology, you guys definitely have a Leo here. Like, this is big time Leo energy. Big time Leo energy, a little bit of Sagittarius here. So you or someone else has a lot of Leo, or maybe you have some Sagittarius in your chart. But Cancer, some of you guys are dealing with another fire sign for sure. Okay. So before we get into the more spiritual aspects, okay, we're going to talk about the more material aspects, okay? On a material level, there is some type of decision that Saturn is making, because I see Judgment as Saturn, the Judgment card here. Like, this is holding up a mirror or stepping into a portal of time. Like, this is your timeline is changing here, Cancer. And you can feel it. I know that you can. But there is something within your reality that is changing, and there is some truth that is coming out. There is some truth that is being shown about yourself. There is some truth being shown about someone else involved here, and there is no hiding from it. You or this person is in the hot seat right now, or you or this other person is going to be pushed to initiate a conversation this is going to be between you and someone else. And I really feel strong that it's a Sagittarius or a Leo, okay? Or you have this in your chart. But with the Seven of Wands here, this is somebody, this is like Leo energy, but this is an individual. This can be you or someone else, a friend, a family member, or a romantic partner. They don't take any BS. This is a type of person where they do not care about people's opinions. They will be there to speak up for themselves no matter what. They will be there to stand up for themselves no matter what. Now, this person because of that energy, that it seems like this person may also stand up for you too. If they see that you're being wronged in any way, Cancer, this person's going to stand up for you. This is a person that really stands up for the people that they love, for things that they care, people and things that they care about, right? So this person is very brave. This person is very honest. This person, they walk their own path. This can be you. This can be another person that you're dealing with, okay? This could be both of you, where maybe both of you, you know, are just doing your own thing. You don't care about people's opinions, but I have a feeling somebody's going to be humbled here. I don't know who. It could be this person or you. And this is really going to take some courage with this Strength card here. It's going to take some courage, you guys. This is definitely going to take some bravery here. Some of you guys feel that they're, again, we're talking about the more material, tangible aspects. Okay, we're going to get into the spiritual and emotional in a minute. But I'm just getting that you or this other person, you guys, somebody thinks that they're not going to be heard. Like someone's just going to put up a wall and they're not going to hear the other person out. That's what you're thinking. But Cancer, somebody has a lot to say with the Eight of Wands. Somebody has a lot to communicate. And you're gonna feel it in your spirit. You're gonna feel like, I really need to reach out to this person. I need to talk to this person. Okay. Someone, I really get the sense someone is really getting humbled here. Someone's really getting a taste of some humble pie here. Okay. Because judgment is here. It's time to step through that portal. It's time to wake up. It's time to see the truth. It's time. There's no more waiting. There's no more avoiding this. Judgment, when Saturn is here, that's judgment. That there is no more excuses. There is no more ignoring and dodging the situation. Absolutely not. Now, if this is more from on a more spiritual and emotional aspect, Cancer, you are emerging, okay, with this Seven of Wands. You are standing up. You are saying, no, this is who I am. This is what I want. These are my talents. This, you know, I'm an amazing person. I'm a powerful person. Some of you guys are just really realizing, I am a powerful person. I am a beautiful person. I am a loving person. I am generous, like this Leo energy here. I have a big heart. And you know, you are actually going to be standing up against people who are opinionated about how you live, the decisions that you make, the person you're dating or whoever. You may be running into some people who are very opinionated about what you do, and they have no problem telling you their opinion. But Cancer, you don't need to listen to these people's opinions about you. So once again, if there is a relationship that's actually meant to like grow and thrive with you, this person is not judgmental of you. They don't have an opinion about you, right? They don't just have an opinion. They have wisdom, right? They want to see you safe. But there are people that I'm talking about, like on a spiritual level, like you're realizing that there are people who are just opinionated and they don't really know. They don't really know you. They don't really understand you. And there are those of you who are getting some spiritual communication. You are being told, like, you can sense that there are people talking behind your back. You can sense that there are energies or entities that don't want to see you thrive. Okay? But you have to stand firm. You have to stand strong, Cancer. You have to be, and if this is your thoughts, if it's your thoughts that are causing you to feel defeated and you just feel like, you know, I'm not going anywhere, I'm never going to go anywhere, you know, I'm never going to amount to anything, I'm never going to reach my goals, like you need to change that mindset, Cancer. Because the truth is that you don't even realize that you have what it takes. You don't need anyone's help. You don't need anyone's help. You have what it takes, right? but you're going to be standing up against someone. You feel like you need to stand up against someone or some people. You feel that you really need to put up, you know, you need to, some of you guys, you just really need, you feel like you need to give somebody a taste of humility, but in a respectful way, right? Some of you guys are not going to say anything to anybody. You're just going to let your actions speak louder than your words. Here. You're going to allow your blessings to speak louder than anything that you have to say. So if your enemies, if you have enemies or you have anybody who is trying to stop you from your growth, and they're constantly like throwing their opinions at you, trying to tear you down because they don't want to see you grow and thrive and rise above and rise higher than them. You don't have anything, you don't, I just get the sense that there are those of you don't really want to have anything to say to them. You don't want to say anything to them. You just want your life to speak for itself. And these people are going to shut up. These people are going to silence themselves. Your actions and your gifts and your power is going to silence a lot of people. That's what I'm getting here. Let's go ahead and clarify the Seven of Wands, you guys, and then we're going to clarify these cards, and then we're going to conclude your reading, okay, with an oracle message. Yep. Yep. Yes, some of you guys have Taurus in your chart. This is you, Cancer, here with the Knight of Cups. You do have someone here who wants to talk to you. They're coming at you fast, okay? So there is someone here who does have a lot to say to you, and you really care about them. Like, some of you guys are offering an apology, or you're finally telling this person, like, I really love you and I miss you. However, this person might be very opinionated about how you just kind of left them high and dry, okay? Or maybe this person is very opinionated. Maybe they're the ones that had to leave you behind, and, you know, they're the ones that are going to be telling you, like, hey, like, this is why I left you, right? This is why I stopped talking to you. Like, I do get the sense that you may be offering an apology, okay, to someone, or someone's going to offer an apology to you, and you're the one that's going to be very opinionated about, like, why did you leave me? Why this, why that? It's going to turn into a conversation. Yeah, it's going to turn into a good conversation. There's Leo again with the Sun card. I do see you guys are going to be fine. Now, others of you, this is what we're talking about here with this, you know, energy of, you know, somebody coming in, being very opinionated, or talking about what they think about how you left them or how you guys broke off, and this apology that might be given, or this I love you energy, whether it's a friend, a family member, a romantic partner. You've been working on yourself here. You've been working on your health. You've been working on, you know, living a healthier lifestyle, and you've been going, you know, but you have been thinking about someone, but you did put a wall up, okay? You went your own separate ways. I do sense that you're going to open your heart up and you're going to want to talk to this person. Now, others of you, as you move on with your life, as you've been minding your business and you've been enjoying your life, you've been living healthier, you are going, like I said, these are the people, the Knight of Swords, these are the opinions. These are the people who want to stop you. They want to stop you from this, okay? They don't like seeing you just thriving, right? When you start emerging and you start thriving, there's going to be people who are going to be commenting or having opinions. There's going to be somebody in the comment section. Maybe some of you guys are going to be emerging into social media or as a content creator. I don't know. But there are those of you who may even find that in your comment section or in your DMs, you have a lot of people saying things to you or trying to poke at you or trying to ask you for things all of a sudden, or just coming out of the woodwork with an opinion or saying, or a comment, like kind of like, where's my hug at, kind of a thing. Like, it's kind of like that kind of energy where someone is wanting something from you all of a sudden, or they have requests. But Cancer, mind your business. Just keep minding your business. And maybe you need to start telling some other people to mind their business, but you maybe don't need to say anything, because I don't see the wands as speech. I don't, because there's people who are talking a lot to you and have a lot of, there's some people who have a lot to say. But when I see the Seven of Wands, I don't see speech. I see action. I see someone who is just moving along. They're not replying to any comments. They're not replying to any text messages, any phone calls, any nothing. You're just moving along. You're kind of, some of you guys, Cancer, you're moving like a Leo. You're not saying much. You're just moving. Let's go ahead and clarify the Strength card for you guys. Yeah, you guys are really going to be, you guys are going to be something. You guys are going to be something big, something beautiful, Cancer, during this Saturn and Aries transit. It's going to be beautiful if you play your cards right. Yeah, changing your perspective, definitely speaking your truth, but also making sure that whatever it is that you speak, whatever it is that you have to say, as your perspective changes, as you grow, as you enlighten yourself and wake up, Cancer, to this truth, following your intuition. So whatever it is that you have to say, make sure your spirit is guiding you. Don't speak from the ego, speak from your spirit. Sit with what you're thinking about. Sit with the comments, sit with the opinions that people have towards you. Just sit with them and ponder them. Do not allow those opinions to hurt you, okay? Do not allow anybody to hurt you, because they're just words at the end of the day, no matter how hurtful they are. Think about it, move on, right? Let's go ahead and clarify the Eight of Wands, and then we're going to pull your oracle message for the end of the reading. For Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising placements, the Eight of Wands, Sagittarius energy. Oops. Yeah. Yep, you guys have been hurt. Yep, you guys have been losing sleep. You want to reconcile. Yeah, some of you guys really want to reconcile. You guys really want things to work out between someone, or you guys really just want to get back to yourself. You guys really just want to, some of you guys have a first love within your career or within your education or something that you really, really wanted to do since you were like young, since you were a teenager, since you were a kid, you know, since you were, you know, at a certain age in your younger years, where you really wanted to do something and you fell in love with it and you're like, I really want to do this and I really want to accomplish this. But again, like, it just kind of, you know, you may have had a lot of people telling you that that's not practical. That's not something that you can do. That's not something that you're capable of. And then boom, you end up actually doing it. And then these same people are still having so much to say about what you're doing. Move on. Move in silence, Cancer. Move in power. The people who actually care about you are actually going to respect your boundaries and respect you. Now, again, if this is you having a falling out with somebody because you cut them off because of your ego and didn't give them a chance to say their piece, that's the part where Saturn is going to be like, okay, Cancer, you need to make sure you go talk to that person and make it right, right? But just take it one step at a time, Cancer. I do sense that you or someone is very hurt. You may have been having nightmares about somebody, or someone shows up in your dreams, or you show up in their dreams. One or the other. Either you show up in their dreams or they show up in yours. But there is someone who is grieving, or you're grieving a little bit at times because you really want to connect with somebody. Others of you, some of you guys may have a drinking problem. You may have struggled with drugs in the past. I don't know, and all that is changing as well. But there is some pain here. There is some hurt. There is some... Saturn is going to be kind of targeting that and saying, okay, Cancer, you're hurting here, but there's something that you can do about it, right? You can transmute this pain, right? All right, let's go ahead and pull one more oracle message for you guys. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising placements for this Saturn and Aries transit for your overall advice moving forward, okay? Okay. Peaks of joy. Peaks of joy. That's beautiful, Cancer. Another card fell out and it says commitment. So some of you guys, there is a friendship that you really cared about and cherished. And this was like somebody that you really felt you were going to be best friends with for the long term. And you really saw a future. You saw it. Some of you guys, maybe this is like a twin flame. I don't really talk about twin flames or soulmates like that, but like some of you guys may see this person, this friend, as a twin flame. Like you see this person as a lot like you, and you guys connect on a soul level. And some of you guys, you may have seen this person as like, we can make money together. Like we can become something. We can make a podcast or make movies or whatever, right? We can write a book together. Others of you, this is a commitment to your significant other or somebody that you distance yourself from, and this person is going to come back into your life balanced and ready to actually grow with you. Okay, others of you, if this is not an existing person, this is a new person if it's romantic, but I do get the sense that if whether they're new or old friends, ex-friends, ex-romantic partners, learn to communicate in your relationships. Understand how powerful you are. Don't listen to anyone else's opinions, because your life is going to take off if you only focus on your own growth, not on what others say you are or should be. Okay? Much love and light to all of you, Cancer. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, y'all.